Hello, friends. Welcome back to 5 minutes, please. Bus Panj Minute. Today, I want to dedicate this episode to a great soul, a great educationist, a great friend, a great lover of sports, and a man who was always very, very dedicated to Sikhism. And this man needs no introduction. He recently left us forever, but though physically he may have gone, his memories, his commitment, his services to the humanity will always be remembered. I'm talking about Mr. DS Bedi, the man who inspired and pioneered Shivalik movement. He ran a couple of schools called Shivalik Public Schools in Chandigarh, in Mohali, in Nawashahar, and in this periphery. He also ran Shivalik College of Education because for him, besides making good students, all round students, it was very essential that they should have good teachers. So he always felt very sensitive, very particular about training of teachers. And whenever I met him, he would always talk about how the colleges of education were being run in the state and the nearby areas. So he was on the advisory committee of a number of institutions, especially related to education. My connections with Mr. DS Bedi were more because of sports than education. So I used to visit him quite often in his school and where he ran special sports wings in wrestling, in hockey, and all other sports. He, at one time, he used to produce the top wrestlers, the young wrestlers in North India, and his school used to be number one school as a wrestling coaching center. Simultaneously, his love for hockey was immense. He had an hockey academy. He would admit students with outstanding achievements in sports, in education, in social services, and give them their due. All his schools were known for discipline. He would not tolerate any indiscipline. He thought the basic purpose of education is discipline. If you can inculcate discipline among your students, among your teachers, you have won a battle. And he always fought for that. He himself led by his example. He would come to school in time. He would stay in. He was always available to his students. And that's why Shivalik School used to produce very good results. Once I went to him, I said, Bedi Sahab, we want to organize a national seminar on hockey. He says, why not, Prabjot? Sure, my school is open. We have so many big hall and a huge auditorium, which is unique in this part of country. So we have two floors. You can use the bigger hall, the smaller hall, or all the halls. And I said, yes, we will use all the halls because we want to organize a photo exhibition on hockey also. And he said, who all are coming? I said, about 20 odd Olympians, other hockey players, lovers. He said, most welcome. I will take care of everything. You just choose your hall where you want so that we can work out on acoustics and everything. So, and we were expecting at that time the then Chief Minister, Captain Amarinder Singh, to come, and Mr. Bedi, in a great gesture, he said he is ready to get an astroturf at his own cost in the school. And when Chief Minister comes, he would request him to lay the foundation stone of the astroturf. So it was a day-long seminar we organized, and all top Olympians, former Olympians, present players, and others, they came and attended. And we also organized a workshop and exhibition of not only photographs but also of sports literature. So it went very well. But since the weather started turning bad, Captain Amrinder Singh couldn't fly from Patiala to Chandigarh. We kept on waiting, and only at the end of the day we got a call. Yes, he cannot fly because weather is not permitting. So Mr. Bedi was slightly disappointed. So were we, because we thought it was an occasion befitting the seminar that foundation of a new asset of was being laid. Anyways, Mr. Bedi was full sport always. Whenever we went to him for anything, he would always welcome it. He was not only a great educationist, a great sports admirer, but also an ecologist. He loved plants. And whenever he saw me, he would always tell me, Prabjot, cut down your sugar. I'll give you tulsi. And he had developed many varieties of tulsi in the backyard of his school gardens. And he would take me out, show me the plants he had, and a couple of times he would gift me a pot of a pot or two with tulsi. He says one leaf will be enough for a cup of tea. It's so sweet. I have developed it. So this was his love for ecology. As a great man, a pure vegetarian, he was a man of principles. He respected people and he would never compromise on his principles. So, great guy, great person, great educationist, and it is a big loss not only for Sikh institutions, for education institutions, for sports institutions, but also as a great friend, a great senior, a great mentor. And he was always smiling. He was very fond of cutting jokes and just to keep the environment happy and congenial. He would be very pleasant and he would never say no to anything. So that was what Mr. Bedi was. And my other connections with him were because some of my friends had joined him, including Mr. Jasbir Singh Sahni. He was in CIA wing of Chandigarh Police, and after retiring from Chandigarh Police, he joined him. And then Major Somdat, brother of my colleague, Mr. P.D. Mohindra. So they were very friends, and Mr. Bedi was also very active in Rotary Club. And he was, in any ways, any time for anything in social welfare, he was always willing to join and contribute whatever he can. So that was Mr. DS Bedi, and yesterday was his Antim Ardas and Bhog, and lots of people joined in there. That reflected his popularity. So, Mr. Bedi, wherever you are, live happily. We will keep remembering you always because you have done so much for the society at large, for education, for sports people, and for everyone. We salute you. All the best, and I hope we should all join in paying tributes to him. So that's all for this episode. See you again in a new episode with something new. Till then, goodbye.